Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and or listening to the podcast, and welcome to my house. It's time for another ServiceNow Store highlights video. That's SSH version 08022024, our first episode of August 2024, and I'm actually recording this the day that Xanadu Early Access was released. So I want to qualify that this does not have any of the store applications that were released on August 1st, 2024. This has everything up until then. I ran the crawler on Tuesday. Tuesday was and I've already erased my calendar, Tuesday was the 30th. Because Wednesday was the 31st. So this has everything up until the 30th of July. What that means for us is 41 new or updated applications, which you can see right above my head there, compared to 65 the week before and 187 the week before that. For this episode, that means 7 compatibility updates, 1 downgrade, 5 fixes, 8 highlights, 16 minor updates, 3 new releases, and 1 release notes fail. Now I'll probably be working over the weekend to capture everything that came in for Xanadu or Xanadu Early Access, so you might see another episode early next week, the week of August 5th, 2024. But let's dive into this episode, start taking a look at the compatibility updates. All of these compatibility updates were for Xanadu. We'll figure out how I say that long term, but let's take a look at those. BT Digital Services CMDB Sync, Flashpoint Ignite for Threat Intelligence, Flashpoint Ignite for Vulnerability Response, Manufacturing Common, Service Graph Connector for Microsoft Defender for IoT on premises, SN Viz Designer. This is part of the either the Platform Analytics Workspace or the UI Builder component. That's why it looks kind of funny. And then the last one, Vulnerability Response Integration with Microsoft Defender for IoT on premises. Is that the same? Oh no, there's a Service Graph Connector and then there's a Vulnerability Response Integration, so they are different. So minor updates for all of those. We did have one downgrade. The DevOps config from ServiceNow was previously at version 5.1.0, and then something weird happened where 4.1.0 got compatibility with Xanadu, which you can see there, and but it's all the stuff from November of 2023, and that's now the current version. So I'm not sure what's going on there. There were actually 4 or 5 other ones of these on Tuesday when I crawled, and then when I checked them before hitting record, they self-resolved and had new updates on August 1st, which is today when I'm recording this. So this downgrade might go away very shortly here as ServiceNow starts rolling out all the Xanadu stuff. But let's take a look at the fixes for this episode. Collaboration Calendar, Employee Travel Safety, My Sheets, Platform Analytics, and ServiceNow Voice UI components all had fixes. Minor things like minor updates that weren't worth concluding in our highlights for the episode. And speaking of minor updates, there were 16 of those. Let's go through the list. Agent Workspace App Shell, which was called Workspace App Shell, but now it's Agent Workspace App Shell. Agent Workspace Navigation and Experience Demo. Actually, you know what? In fact, this Agent Workspace App Shell was one of the downgrades. So let me do something here. I'm going to go to this episode in the Legacy UI, and let's just go. I want to see this Agent Workspace App Shell. I'm going to recrawl it by hitting that crawl app button, and we should see the name update back to Workspace App Shell. So I'm watching right up here as that crawl happens in real time, and it did. Okay, so we got Workspace App Shell, the fingerprint change, and if we look down here below in my version history, we should see it jump back up to the appropriate version. Yeah, 24.4.1, created on August 1st, which is just behind my head. Okay, so that might apply to some of these that you're going to see in the episode. I just wanted to test out one. So this is really Workspace App Shell. But let's continue to go down the list here. We also have Agent Workspace Navigation and Experience Demo, Aqua Security Platform Integration with Vulnerability Response Containers, Barcode's TrueView, Fortify Application Vulnerability Integration, IBM Security Verify Service Desk, Knowledge and Search Metrics, Now Assist Summarization Insights, Now Assist Usage Tracker, Orca Security for Vulnerability Response, Recorded Future for Vulnerability Response, and SBOM, or Software Bill of Materials Response. 4 more there at the bottom: SN List Selector, Terraform, Vulnerability Response Integration with HCL AppScan, and Vulnerability Response Integration with Veracode. That is the list of minor updates for this episode our first episode in August. And we have one release notes fail. It's BT Digital Services IM and SRM. If you've not seen or heard an episode before, this is what a release notes fail looks like. Version 1.1.62 provides Washington certified app along with some new enhancements. Same thing as the last one, certified app along with some new enhancements. Well, what were the enhancements? What's gonna happen when somebody installs this? Do they need to make any changes? Do they need to train people? Do they need to educate people about new enhancements? Come on, guys. We've got to put descriptions in here so our administrators or ServiceNow admins know what's coming, what needs to be tested with these applications. So that's why it's a release notes fails. Enough of that. Let's get into the good stuff. We have 3 new releases this week. First up on the list is going to be CyCognito CMDB Integration. The CyCognito CMDB integration provides end-to-end integration for managing asset inventory, synchronizing CyCognito assets with ServiceNow CIs in the CMDB. Let's scroll down to the key features here. Creation of ServiceNow CMDB CI based on CyCognito asset data, automatic updates to CI records based on detected modifications to CyCognito assets, and asset CI data is available to power additional integrations between CyCognito and ServiceNow CMDB. They do have some screenshots. First up on the list is going to be this looks like guided setup. It says setup, but it kind of looks like a guided setup screenshot showing some prerequisites. Next screenshot is the CyCognito CMDB application menu on the left-hand side and the CyCognito configuration record on the right-hand side asking for name, host URL, and API key. All things you would do as part of setting it up. Next screenshot is a list of properties for the application. Next screenshot is this scheduled job new record form for this particular application. They're just doing a test and taking a screenshot. Next screenshot is the IP asset form view. So we got a CyCognito IP and how that breaks down in the form view. Next is a process monitor screenshot showing the scheduled job name, job type, and that it's in progress with a description being updated. And next screenshot is the app log list showing only one log entry for created on today. And next screenshot is the support information. So if you need support from CyCognito, you can find that in a picture inside the application menu. I guess it's the support contact application menu item down there on the bottom left. And then we're back to our guided setup screen at the very beginning, and that is what's new from the team at CyCognito Inc. Next new application is from Proven Optics. It's the Proven Optics Budgeting and Forecasting, where you can create, manage, and track budgeting process seamlessly. Wouldn't we all love that to be seamless? What are the key features here? Provides the framework to budget and forecast within ServiceNow. Automate and streamline budget data capture. Incorporate tiered automated approval workflows. Adaptive budgeting and forecasting configurations. Import budget line items. Import actual spend. Report through tailored dashboards, link posted spend to budget and forecast, track changes and modifications to budget, track budget iterations until final approval, and leverage current year budgets to create future year budgets. Kind of like copy paste maybe. Let's take a look at their screenshots. First is a dashboard for financial management showing the budget formulation. Next screenshot is a portal view, and here we have create budget, review actuals, variance report, and a knowledge base, complete with links to announcements, my approvals, dashboards, quick links, and references. Next screenshot is a list of budget line items also in the portal. On the left-hand side is a widget showing the most recently updated. I'm assuming those are budget line items, and in the middle, the main part of it is the budget line items list. Next screenshot looks like the first screenshot. So there's only 3 screenshots on this new application, and that is what's new from the team at Proven Optics LLC. We have our third and last new application. It's TCS Crystallus on now for service operations. Accelerate digital transformation. There's a bold statement there. Key features on the functional side: smart UX, smart configuration, smart utilities, smart channels, smart guide, smart analytics. On the technical side, pre-designed templates, widgets, themes, and scripts, pre-configured workflows and notifications, essential apps, easy access through multiple channels, pre-configured guided setup, and key day one metrics. They have one screenshot. Unfortunately, it looks like a marketing PowerPoint deck slide showing all about their service operations, TCS Crystallus on now for service operations. So no real technical or actual application screenshots on this one, but that's what's new from TATA, or Tata, America International Corp. I like Tata better. All right, let's get to the highlights. We have 8 of them, so it should go by pretty quickly here. First up on the list is Absolute Connector, updated version 1.1.1. And in this version, look at those release notes, everybody. Isn't that great? And we even have past release notes within the current release notes. But let's see if we can high level this. There are some custom field enhancements. There are some import bug fixes and enhancements, and the absolute remote management bug fixes and enhancements. I'm skipping over a bunch of text, a wall of text, really, really helpful text, because I'm going to lose my voice if I try to read it all. We have quite a few of them in this episode where they have good, lengthy release notes. So if you're interested in this one from Absolute Connector or Absolute Software Core, go check out those release notes. They are good, and this is a highlight, so this is an update to their application. Next highlight is going to be Aguaro Workspace, updated version 2, and in this one they added 3 new pages to cover the whole Aguaro collection process to improve user experience and productivity, and a complete overhaul of the workspace collection process with tools to help you step back and move forward with data collection. Those pages include Homepage, Collection Overview, and Manual Source Manager. Next highlight is going to be GoSign Connector, updated version 1.1.0, and in this version they support document class, support for qualified PDF signing with external identification example SPID, and support to complex tag signature cases, multiple documents with different tags. Alright, next highlight is going to be the Manufacturing Process Manager, updated version 2.0.4, and this one they add operational technology devices to an equipment model entity by using the IP address, change the entity name and parent fields of an equipment model entity to keep your equipment model entity information up to date after you create it, automatically installed with OT Incident Management and OT Change Management, and it's certified for Xanadu. Next highlight is going to be Now Checklist Component, updated version 24.1.1. And I think I probably had very few components, right? These are again for UI Builder or for the data visualization or platform analytics workspace. But this one seemed interesting. Introduction of a property which indicates a checklist item is as mandatory. The admin can configure which individual option item in the checklist is mandatory. The benefits prevents users from making incomplete or incorrect form submissions, prevents users from having to navigate once more through a page form in order to fix submission errors, and it should be part of the screen reader and the ARIA label to be used as is required. For the indication, an asterisk symbol at the end of the checklist should be part of the screen reader. An existing way of showing asterisk is used, as in the checkbox. The word required is part of the label associated with the form control. Now, they do give some instructions on additional implementation, in particular inclusion of properties like disabled, read-only, and invalid apart from required. So if you're a UI builder person, this is probably interesting to you. A new update to the checklist component if you're using those in your workspaces. Next update is going to be the Service Graph Connector for Terraform, updated version 1.1.0, and their release notes are right down here. HCP Terraform rebranding updates, integration with the CCF or Common Connection Framework, allowing customers to test and debug connections, and enhancements to the scheduled import logic. Next highlight is going to be VMware Workspace 1 ITSM Connector, updated version 5.5.0. And in this one, they've introduced username-based device search, support for enrolled or non-managed devices, process products, and ticket data ingestion. Again, there's a lot more text on the screen if you're watching or listening, so if you're interested in this new update from VMware LLC, go check out those release notes. They did a good job of being thorough in the documentation. And our last good example of release notes comes from UDesign, updated version 1.2.0, and in this version they added a bunch of new features. So basically there's an architecture library where they've added a new extensions, new parts, or a new part of the extension. So definitely go check out that list of items. There's also a list of improvements. I mean, there's like almost 20 items here. A list of improvements: context map, data panel, shape repository, hierarchy visualization map, board search, homepage, relationship styles, real-time indicators, presentation mode. And then on top of that, there's a list of 10 to 15 fixes. So again, if you're watching or listening, go check out the release notes for this UDesign, Collaborate, Visual, and Transform Your Enterprise from InSpy Inc. Very good and thorough release notes. And that, everyone, is the end of this episode. Let's take a look at what you just saw or heard. That's 3 new releases, 8 highlights, 7 compatibility updates, 16 minor updates, and 5 fixes, 1 downgrade, and 1 release notes fail. I hope you found this video or podcast helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody who you think might be interested in what's new, what got updated, what got removed, what got downgraded in the ServiceNow store. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.